they don't really look that big once you get them on there. I mean, they look pretty big, but. All right, so today we're putting some new wheels on the V. I don't think we've told you guys or not, but Mama Fireball got a V about 6 months ago. How long have you owned this, ma'am?
I don't own it.
You do too own this. How long have you owned this?
Martin Motorsports might own it, but Cherish Martin does not.
Cherish Martin does own it. We replaced your black V with this V, did we not?
My black Escalade.
Sorry, your black Escalade, which was not a V. That's why it wasn't cool. It was a lemon. This should be an Escalade L for lemon.
Yeah.
GM actually bought that back. Is this working? Okay. GM actually bought, so the black Escalade that we had, we bought it brand new in 2021. First brand new car we've ever bought in like forever, right?
Yeah, we never buy brand new cars, and
usually I buy up crash cars and then we fix them.
yeah.
And so that was the first brand new car we bought in a long time. And it was 21, the Escalade just came out, it was cool. Like, we could afford a brand new car at the time, so we're like, we need tax write-offs. Okay, we're gonna go get a brand new car. And how many miles does it have on it today?
It has 21,000 maybe?
21,000 in almost 5 years of owning it.
Yeah. 'Cause we got it on my birthday, remember?
Yeah.
They called and they said it was ready for pickup.
Yeah.
On my birthday in June. We drive all the way up to the Edmond dealership to go pick it up, and there's a hole in the hood.
Yes. Yeah, the whole thing started off bad with that. So we technically ordered that car.
Technically not.
Well, no, we did. We technically did. We technically ordered it exactly the same. However, remember they called us and said, hey, the same thing that you guys are ordering, we have coming in, and the lady won't call us back. The difference was, for anybody that has Escalades out there, is ours we did not order it with we ordered it with Super Cruise. We didn't order it with night vision. Because why do you need night vision in an Escalade?
Well, I've used it a few times.
Not the point. We didn't know that. So we didn't order it with night vision because it was a $4,000 or $10,000 option.
I think it was $5,000 option.
And we were thinking, okay, this thing's already $100,000. Why do we want to spend $5,000 more to be able to see animals at night? It's silly. So we weren't going to order it with that. But this one had that on it.
This one did. They said they called us in March, and they said a lady ordered it back in November, and we've let her know it's coming in, and she won't pick up the phone.
Yes. So they said, if you want it, it's y'all's. And so we said, yep, we'll take it. I can already tell you those look cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Larry likes it. Yeah. Larry's signing off on it.
Well, I think Larry was making fun of my wheel decision at first. It was. Oh yeah, that means he was for sure.
Listen, I always make fun of your wheel decisions at first.
I said, I don't know, it might look good on it.
Yeah.
Larry, what's that called? What?
So.
Well, yeah, but like.
It's hard to explain. It's a cover that covers the lug.
It's like the lug nut cover / center cap.
So this wheel is designed to be. You can't see lug nuts. It's flat all the way across, and so he's putting the lug nut cover over it. And then it has a floating center cap, which I think is awesome. Shout out to Vossen for these wheels. Vossen. I don't know how this works. How does it work, Larry?
Flip the one arm down.
This one? That's what I thought.
We're going to break them before
There
we
it
can
is.
ever get
Okay.
on. Okay.
So it's a floating cap. It's always going to say Vossen. As it's, what do they say? I might stop, but my wheels keep spinning, but that's not really the case.
Your wheels are spinning, but the middle stopped.
My wheels might be spinning, but my center caps aren't. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Here you go, much do the honors with that. Anyway, they give you, Vossen sends you this cool ass, to take the cap off the wheel, like everybody's got banging out from the back. You stick this in, lock it down, and pull the cap off. It's pretty neat. I've never seen anything. Been doing wheels and tires for 25 years?
Yeah.
I've never seen one of these. I mean, I know what it does, but have you ever seen one of these supplied with a wheel?
No, not with a wheel. Usually we use them for a window to hold the windows open when you're changing the regulator.
Yeah, right. Which makes total sense.
It does look good though.
It does look good. It does look good. There's people right now that are going to hate on this. On YouTube right now, they're going to be like, that is the most hideous wheel I've ever seen.
Well, they don't have to drive it.
Well, they're not going to drive it. Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks cool. I just wanted something different. And honestly, me and Kyle, the Boston guy, were talking, and he was like, man, there's these really cool wheels I sent to somebody else, and with Mama Fireball's car being white now instead of black, it would be really cool if you guys put silver ones on it. So he wanted us to put silver ones of these on
You
it.
tell him I'm not really that kind of person.
I just said I'm not really that. I was like, look, I'm not gonna drive it that much.
silver on the whole thing.
There's no, that's what I know. The black windows, you know, the
All
black
the trim is
rainbows.
black. The grill's black.
It
I
would have
will
just
say he sent me a picture of
matched
one.
that, I guess.
I will say he sent me a picture of one, and it was pretty dang nice. Like, it looked pretty. I'm going to tell you, they still look pretty good. Yeah, so we were in the middle telling the story. So we buy that black Escalade
With the hole in the hood.
with the hole in the hood, and they tell us to come check it out. We go check it out, and they call us and say, hey, wait a minute. Before you come check it out, just so you know, it got damaged in shipping. It caved the hood in. We're going to fix it, and we're going to paint it. I was like, no. If I'm going to buy that, you're going to put a brand new hood on it, because I don't want a body worked hood on a brand new car that we have 0 miles on. Like, I'm not the type of guy I don't want anything body worked. As everybody knows here, I buy a lot of crash stuff and we fix it. And, like, you know, that's how we save some money on things here and there. But on a brand new car, it costs $100,000. I do not feel like you should ever have any body work before you even own it.
For sure.
So they did, but Bob Howard.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, they were fine. Bob Howard Cadillac. Mm-hmm. They were awesome. They said, "Hey, no problem. We get it. We'll put a brand new hood on it. We'll paint it." They did it. Honestly, couldn't tell. So I didn't have any complaints. We took possession of it, drove it for 10,000 miles, no problems. Oh, here come all the problems. First one was transmission issue.
Remember we tried to do an update in the garage?
Oh, the very first problem was we pulled it in the garage and it started to update. And it updated the computer but got stuck in random mode of updating until it sucked all the battery power out of the car.
And it was stuck in the garage.
So it was stuck in the garage with dead, which is, you know, whatever, you go put a jump box on it. But then when you fired it up, it won't move.
Yep.
So we had to call the Cadillac store, which we chose the Cadillac store in Norman, which was across the street from us, literally 2 miles from the house. They came and sent a wrecker after it, picked it up, took it over there. We're like, oh, we're sorry. They do this sometimes. We'll fix it. And they did. They fixed it, got it back on the road. Okay. Then 1,000 miles later, 2,000 miles later, we drove to San Antonio to go to an Expel XDC convention. Transmission lights on while we're there. Okay, whatever. Then the airbag blows out.
Mm-hmm.
As in for y'all that know Cadillacs, they have the shocks have air shocks basically. The bag around the strut in the front, shock in the front, blew up while we're driving down the road. So we drive it all the way home, as slow as I can, because you can't tow it 200 miles with one side of the car leaning like this, and it rides like a log wagon. So there's that. We get it back to them, they fix it, and redid the programming for the transmission. So here we are again. We got it back. No check in July. How long did that last?
I'm going to say it only lasted a couple weeks, and then it needed that valve body deal.
Yeah, and then the valve body went out in the transmission. So
That happened several times.
that happened 5 times.
Over like a year.
Yeah.
Then you can fast forward to when Javi blew the motor, pulling
Oh,
into the
that's a whole-
dealership.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Then Javi, then the check engine light was on, and I said, Javi, jump in that. We got to go take it back to the dealership. So we're driving to the dealership. He makes it to the entrance. The motor locks up. The old 6.2. Everybody that knows anything about the Tahoes or anything, the 6.2s were. If you look into that, they're causing GM.
We know
grief
2
right
other
now.
people directly who have
I know
same
10
car,
people.
same. Well, Jamie's wife and Kai's wife both had the same
Yeah.
issue, same car.
Yeah, Kai's wife had the same Escalade, blew the motor up in it. My buddy Jamie's wife had an Escalade or a Tahoe, I can't remember.
Escalade.
Escalade
Yeah.
also blew the motor up in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those things are blowing motors like they're going out of style, and ours was no different. So ours got a motor at that point in time. Was at the dealership for 3 months to get a motor because the engines were on back order. So you start adding up all the time that this thing spent at the dealership, and we start calling GM. Like, okay, here we are again at the dealership. They weren't giving us a rental the whole time. It's not like they put us in another Escalade to drive. So we pay $100,000 for this thing. You know, you're paying whatever a month for it. And here we are again having to be without the car, which I'm not like, everybody knows we got a couple cars. It's not that big of a deal. But it's something when you're paying on it and you go buy a brand new car and you're not a person that goes and buys brand new cars, and this is what you get out of a brand new car.
Yeah. We've had much better luck with our salvage cars that we took back
our
together.
rebuilds.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we call up 74 Auto and go, hey, Daniel, what do you got?
Yeah.
We're looking for an Escalade. He says, I got one coming in next week, but it's been hit in the front and it's half the price. Do you want it? Usually I buy it. That's usually how we do it. We didn't do that on that one. We didn't do that on this one either, but still.
Yeah.
So we let them put a motor in it. We started talking to GM, like, hey, this thing's nothing but problems. 2 days later, after we picked the motor up, check engine light's back on again for transmission. Mm-hmm. And we take it back in. It's there for 6 months. At Ferguson, it's for 6 months. Well, you know, they don't have any techs to work on it. They don't know what's wrong with it. They can't figure it out. They got GM on a hotline. GM's coming to try to figure it out for them. GM can't figure it out.
They had to get like a lead, I don't know, technician from GM to come down and look at the transmission, and had to get it approved to finally change the transmission. Which is ridiculous. If it's under warranty and the transmission's broke, why do we need to get somebody from the top of the food chain to say, yeah, it's okay?
Yes. And anyway, guys, this just keeps going one after another. And finally, about a year ago, we were like,
March of last year,
we
yeah.
hired an attorney who are limited law attorneys, which we don't hire attorneys, you know, like, so it is what it is. And I just said, hey, this is the scenario. What do y'all think? And they're like, oh, yeah, the perfect candidate. Like, we love customers like you guys or whatever. So they start the deal. It's been... How long has it been since we started that?
March 16th is when we started.
March 16th. We're going on a year. GM agreed to buy it back. That Cadillac is still sitting in our driveway. We don't own it anymore. GM owns it now, and they basically paid us back what we paid for it in 2021. So the cool thing is they did the right thing, and they bought it back for us. We put 21,000 miles on it, but we had to hire an attorney to make it happen. The dealerships can't do nothing. They don't know what to do. They can't do nothing. They don't know how to fix them.
Yep.
We saw this. We knew that they were buying it about 3 months ago, and so we snagged this. Plus, the V's are cooler than the non-V's because they got superchargers.
It's real loud.
I don't think
It's not running loud, but it starts loud.
100% bone stock, except we did call up our boys at...
How does that supercharger sound? Can you hear it?
It's not that much louder, surprisingly enough. We called up our boys at S&B, and we had a cold air put on. We did put a cold air on it. So they sent us an awesome cold air for it. I was doing it because I just wanted to hear the engine breathe. I mean, it did make it a little bit louder, just not like super crazy. I really wanted it to be...
Shocker, the car guy couldn't leave it alone.
I didn't care I don't care that the exhaust is loud because I think it already sounds pretty good, but I did want that to be a little bit louder. Yeah. But you can tell a difference. And like when it's up, like when you're romping on it, you can tell, you hear the way it sounds.
Romp.
But this is probably my favorite not race car that I have never owned, that you owned.
By not race car, do you mean like we can drive it around town, or do you mean like SUV?
I mean SUV, we can drive this to Dallas, we can drive it anywhere.
It's your favorite family car we've ever owned.
My favorite family car. I mean, I've owned some F-250s, F-450s, Tahoes, other Escalades. I just think this is probably the coolest one, like that we've ever had personally. I mean, it's just, I haven't been excited about a car in a long time, and like this is cool to go drive, and everybody likes it, everywhere you go. And it sounds like it when you fire it up, it sounds like a race car.
Yeah.
So it's just pretty cool, which we'll fire it up here at the end of this. I was talking to Stainless Works the other day, and they said, hey, we have a full exhaust system for that. Long tube headers, high flow cats, a full cat back, and everything that you could think of for that deal. So when you're ready, let us know. I don't know if we'll ever be ready. I don't know if we ever want to be any louder.
We'll be ready.
I don't know if we'll be ready for that. I'm not sure. I just wanted to do some nice wheels, cold air.
I feel like it sounds really good stock.
I do too, man. It's
Larry,
the
are
best
you breaking a
sounding-
sweat over there?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's the best sounding stock vehicle that I personally have ever heard.
I can agree with that.
And I didn't know why, because like I have a Gen 3 V3 CTSV, and I have a factory muffler on it. It doesn't sound this good. And I mean, that car makes, I think, what does it make? 900? Yeah. V makes 900. I don't think it sounds as good as this personally. So they just nailed it with the exhaust on this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do love it, and I've been wanting to make a video about it. But now we have a reason. We got some new cool wheels. Got a cold air. I don't know that it'll get many modifications more than this. It's got some tar on the down low, which is awesome. Which I don't know what you ran over that did that.
It's always me.
Well, I don't remember it being me.
It's always me.
But it's a black interior deal. It does need a detail.
It's not too bad.
So your old one
Mine was purple.
was purple interior, which was crazy. But this one is a 23 or a 24. The new ones, my buddy Carson got a new one, a 25, 26 maybe. And his has a screen. This screen on his goes all the way across. So
And
I do like that about the new one.
I've seen on the new ones, there's a button that you like, psst, and it'll open the door.
Yeah.
And then there's a button, psst, and it closes the door. In case your kid, leaves it.
Yeah. Oh, see, you say it's not yours, but look, let's see whose name it says. What does it say? Hang on. It said it. Well, you guys missed it, but right there it said, "Welcome, Cherish."
He's a liar.
It did too. You know it did. It said, "Welcome, Cherish Martin."
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, it absolutely did.
How would it know me?
I don't know, but you know it said it.
It says a bunch of other people's phones.
Well, I know. That's because whoever's owned it before.
Replace the battery in your key.
Okay, we might need to do that. Oh, I don't know how. I'm not sure how you've done this, but
Guys, it didn't say Cherish.
did.
It said Carson.
it's on there. Luckily, it's on there.
Nobody
Yeah,
saw that.
we haven't erased everybody else's phones off it yet.
What do you think of this car, Maddox?
Do you like it?
Yeah, because of the TVs in the back.
You like it because the TV's in the back? Okay, well, let's show them what the TV's in the back.
All right.
We're looking
Well,
back.
there's a bunch of my stuff in the back.
There's a bunch of what?
My stuff in the back.
That's all right.
All right, get in there and show him. You might have to give him some power, Dad.
Yeah, I can.
Power?
Power.
Yeah, it's off. That one's already on, so.
That one's already going. So it is cool for long car rides.
Yeah.
He can watch football or whatever. Mr. Beast. Whatever he's watching.
I like it.
He likes it.
Well, we'll get it on the ground with this last wheel change.
There's no lip there.
Yeah.
It's all like just full face.
Yeah.
I think that brings it, makes it look better.
I think there's only so many ways you can do wheels, right? So it's like we had a different wheel on the black one. It was an awesome wheel. We had a Corleone on it, and I loved all the spokes. But I'm kind of a guy that likes a bunch of spokes on the wheels. But there's only so many ways you can do that. And I was like, man, I don't have anything like this. Definitely different. Definitely different. And if you see it rolling down the road, then you kind of figure out how much you like it, Factory wheels. So obviously, I don't know, they're way different, but they look a lot better in my opinion. Ideally, they would like to use it for test but
Anybody ever wondered what Ryan Martin does all day?
It's a lot of this for sure. But this just so happens is Sean and I were talking, and he said, "Send me a picture when you get them on." So I'm sending him a picture when I get them on. And then, so Larry is now calibrating the TPMS sensors. Hopefully, they calibrate okay.
Should be easy peasy.
Should be easy peasy. I get it. So what do? You take the TPMS. The right way to do it is you take the TPMS number on the TPMS sensor itself,
The ID number.
the ID number, and you put it in the scan tool. and then,
It'll ask you what's their left front
Yeah.
ID number, and
Yeah.
you just enter that in, hit enter, and it'll program it automatically.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So
Definitely makes life easier.
yeah, it is. So when we're doing customers' wheels, every now and then we sell a little bit of wheels and tires, and when we do, we try to make sure that their tire pressure monitors work the same coming out as they did coming in.
But you definitely don't want to flat on something like that.
You don't.
No.
Especially on 24. You start getting up into like a 26, You know, because the Boston guy said, do you want a 26 or do you want a 24? And I think I picked 24s because, number one, I know how you drive. Right?
It was one time.
Okay, yeah. I already redid some wheels because
It was one time. It was one wheel.
Yeah, well. And so, but no, I thought 26s would be even tougher for you to manage. So 24s, I'm not worried about traveling with it and having blowouts, but 26s, they do look cool, but man, it seems like everything has problems.
For the record, if anybody has a tiny wife like me, it is very hard to see over this giant hood. This car is a little bit difficult to drive.
And sometimes you got to use the expensive wheels for curb feelers.
No, that was one time.
Yeah, that happened. That happened. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. If anybody's wondering, this is a 285 tire. We picked the 285 because the 285 has a little more height. Not very much, but has a little bit more height than the 305. I think that it looks better taller that way, but that's just me. We put a Toyo, I forget, but I think we put a Toyo Proxy on it. It is a Toyo Proxy, yes. And shout out to Southern Tire Mart for those, because I called and ordered those from them.
Thanks, Barbara.
Yeah,
Thanks, Ryan.
Barbara hooked us up. Brian hooked us up. More than anything, they found us a set because we're having a hard time finding some. I could tell that my weenie dog's been riding in this, and that Mama Fireball has been letting the weenie dog
I keep
put its
Windex
nose
wipes. I
over
keep.
here on it. They're not good. I'm happy with it. Looks cool. Again, this is a Boston 24x10. I can't remember the name of it. We're gonna walk over there, look at the box, and see. And a Toyo Proxy tire in a 285. I forget the tire size already. It is a 285/40/24. We did get some hub-centric rings with it. We did not find the box until after we had all these on, so we may be pulling these back off to put hub-centric rings on it.
What does that do?
It centers the wheel on the hub, and a really nice wheel doesn't usually need those. Let me rephrase that because that didn't sound like the right thing to say. A really true wheel doesn't need those, but sometimes any imperfection in the tire or the wheel, a hub-centric ring can help drive it down the road smooth. But if the lug nut centers the wheel, and if you torque them accordingly across from each other, a lot of times you don't need them. I have rarely ever used those, but they sent us some, which means they want us to use them. But this is called, so this is a Boston HF9 in a 24x10. They make it in a 22 and they make it in a 26. And you could have put a 305 or 285. Again, we put a 285 on it. And we will see. But I think it looks awesome.